Humanize mean we, artists, directors, writers, actors, painters, we have the obligation to bring to light what's in every monster. Call it Pablo Escobar, Adolf Hitler, whatever you want to call. There for us to relate to see that there was a person that went really wrong following a very specific pattern, for us to be able to not repeat it. All the Pablo Escobars that I was offered, there was not a side of that. It was only a plain villain, which of course he was, but it was not only that. And we have to see what was the thing that went wrong, why, and what was the reason behind it. Well, I was first interested in Pablo Escobar as a character in 1998 when I first was offered the first Pablo Escobar role. But I refused to all of them because I didn't see any human being in them. And I tried for many years to put together a movie which hasn't been made about the figure of this man, this monster that changed history for the worst, but also trying to understand where all that thing was coming from. What was the thing behind his motivations that made him become the monster he became? I finally found the right director and writer, a good friend of mine, and also very talented director and writer both. And we found the angle in Virginia Vallejo's book. So that's why then we decided to go ahead.
Storyteller, you get hooked by it. No? I started reading about Pablo Escobar and about what happened in Colombia 30 years ago, also like Javier, maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and I think I just get hooked by the size and the scale of the history, and I read, I think, every book which was available, and also went through a lot of news coming from the newspaper of that period of the 80s in Colombia, and also even I read some files coming from from the DEA, from the U.S. Embassy at the time in Colombia. So I read a lot. And the story, as I was saying, is amazing, it's huge, and this is what I thought that from the very beginning that it deserved the big screen to be told. And a lot of details came from those years, reading about Pablo Escobar. Some others come from a more specific research in these last 3-4 years for the film, of course. Actually, we did something which I think is interesting. We did like a visual script for the film, and then for every sequence we have like a lot of pictures and videos for every scene. And that was a good reference for every crew in the film, and also for the actors, I think, for Javier, Penelope, and everyone involved.
The Pablo Escobar's character was the dichotomy on the energies, how slow, kind of low-key, passive energy, day-by-day energy he had, he embodied, and at the same time, the amount of atrocities he was capable of doing. So that dichotomy on energies, I was always interested, and I wanted to portray that, and that's what I tried to focus on in creating the character. It always amazed me how difficult it is to put a movie together. I mean, and I've been working on this now like almost 26 years, and it doesn't matter if it's a big one or a small one, it's always difficult, and it's such a intense work for so many people. And then the movie opens, and some of them last 2 weeks.
That's going to happen, and that happens even with the films that do very well. At least let's try to do films that stay for a long while in the heads of the people and in the people who watches the film. So it got a very good response from Venice. So it was just 5 days ago. So I came here almost straight from Venice, and I'm enjoying today. We have our premiere tonight in America, which is also great. So I'm reading things, but I'm just enjoying it. I'm too close to the film. I think you can get that perspective maybe 3 weeks, in a month, in a couple of months, but not now.
And it's very hard. People don't know how much work there's behind every movie. I knew that, but now in this one, being in front of the line, on the field, in every step of it, I realize how difficult it is, but also how blessed you are when you have the opportunity to do it, and how much energy and love and passion you put along with other people to make it happen.
You've mentioned the word monster at least 2 or 3 times, and I know you're scheduled to play a monster.
I mean, look at my face. Monster is named many times every day.
But you're supposed to play a monster in Frankenstein. If you could just tell us what's going on in Frankenstein, when are you planning to shoot it, and what's the plan there?
Well, it's a process. Now they are working on the script, and there's of course an interest on my side. It's an icon. It's an icon, and also it's a beautiful monster to play, Frankenstein. And it's a process, and I'm involved in it in the sense that I'm very interested. I'm very open, and time will tell.